Okay, so let's look at a couple of these points that you might be missing out on by watching this recording. And these are just going over some of the key points that, one, were on your RCQ, and two, that we think are of importance to highlight out of Beowulf. We are reading Beowulf to understand how culturally the Anglo-Saxons saw a hero. How did their culture influence the hero that is Beowulf in some way, shape, or form? So I had one question from your RCQ, is why does Beowulf take off his armor? And in the red box you find the answer for the most part. When it comes to fighting, I count myself as dangerous any day as Grendel. So it won't be a cutting edge I'll wield to mow him down easily as I might. He has no idea of the arts of war, of shield or sword play, although he does possess a wild strength. No weapons, therefore, for either this night. Unarmed he shall face me. So we see three things coming out here from Beowulf. First of all, your answer is he wants a fair fight. But why does he want a fair fight? He's brave. He's willing to face this monster without his armor in any way, shape, or form. The true essence of a hero. He's willing to take on somebody. He's confident. He knows that even without his armor, he's a match for Grendel. But third and foremost, which is very important in the epic hero, is he has integrity. He wants this to be a fair fight. He's confident he can take on this monster, but he doesn't necessarily need to do it with armor. He doesn't need to do it with weapons because of the fact that he's strong. He can take him on just on his own wits. And so we see the bravery, we see the confidence and self-worth, and we also see the integrity that he has. Notice we also see that Christian reference there towards the bottom in the green circle. And that is that element of the supernatural. There's a belief in a higher power. In some higher powers, it could be like elves or gods. In this case, it's just Christians. So therefore, he's referring to the divine Lord. May the divine Lord, in his wisdom, grant the glory of victory to whichever he sees fit. He trusts God to protect him, is what he's saying. He trusts him. All right, second question for you here is the men knew that they would probably die. But they came anyway. And this is another hero element. So why? And we see there in that red box, none of them expected he would ever see his homeland again and get back to his native place and the people who reared him. Okay, so they expected not to get back. But this is a little bit of inference on your part to think about, why would they do that? They knew too well the way it was before. How about the Danes had fallen prey to death in the mead hall? So they're coming knowing that this guy is killing everybody. But the Lord was weaving a victory on his war loom for the Weathergads. Through the strength of one, they all prevailed. They are loyal to Beowulf, and they are confident in God's love of him. Okay, so we have that Christian reference again there. So they're loyal to their hero, and they're going to stand behind him no matter what. Even if they don't come back, they're going to stand behind him. But they believe that God is protecting Beowulf as well. Then also, who is still awake? Is it Grendel, Beowulf, or Hrothgar? Down at the bottom, we only see it says one man. One man, however, was in a fighting mood. So you have to think about that. Who the heck was in the fighting mood? Well, that was Grendel came in awake. We know he came in, storming into the mead hall. Beowulf was waiting for him. He was spoiling for action. All right, so we will read some more, but to help you out, you could do some critical reading. Print out the pages if you want. Mark them up. Highlight things, circle words you don't know. So it's very easy to go in and just print stuff out and use this for your own. Right in the margins. This is an example of some critical reading. Going in and doing that race that you learn so much. You're not only reading, but you're marking it up as well. Marking the words that you might not know, making notes to yourself, questions that you come across. So you can do that for the next part, or you could do RCQ2, whichever works for you. Don't forget to check out your final project rubric. As you're thinking about, is Beowulf the one I want to use? Is Beowulf the final project idea I want to use? No, obviously he's the first one you've seen. So that's okay. You don't have to make the decision now, but start thinking about what you would need for that. All right, have a great day.